Hey guys, this is going to be a preview for today, January 7th, 2020. I am feeling really under the weather, so I'm going to try and keep these videos a little shorter. Might just be doing 2 videos today. So the video down below is from Salty Cracker. He is one guy that I've been very fond of since day one. You know, he, myself, WCAM Studios, Jericho Green, Mark Dice were all YouTubers here in California that tend to lean right. So that is something I think we're going to see a lot more of in the future as people just start to wake up to all the insanity on the left. And, you know, as more people start to kind of catch on to how insane the left is, then more people will be more willing to come out of the shadows, so to speak their mind. You know, the silent majority is going to get pretty loud here in the next 4 or 5 years, and that's a good thing because free speech must be protected, and free speech for the win, in my opinion. And number two, you know, Salty Cracker, that's something that he has felt the consequence of, you know, utilizing his free speech. YouTube is in the process of kicking him off. They've demonetized his channel. I think he's been given 2 strikes. He's getting the Owen Benjamin treatment, so to speak. That's another right-leaning YouTuber that has been banned. So the writing's on the wall. We're all probably going to experience it, unfortunately. So anyways, the video down below is from Salty Cracker, like I said, and he was talking about George Lopez taking up the State of Iran's bounty on President Trump. I think their initial bounty was 80 million. Now he's like saying, oh, I'll do it for 40 million. I'll do it for half. First of all, George Lopez is no doubtedly going to receive a visit from Secret Service. And whenever you even joke about killing the president or even hurting the president, you are going to get a visit from the Secret Service. In fact, Martin Burdell, a YouTuber that you guys know I'm very fond of, he has been visited by the Secret Service, and this was during the Obama years when he was actually making a video about Obama, not even in a threatening manner, but just criticizing him. And some guy in the comments section basically reported him to the Secret Service, saying that he was trying to incite violence to Obama. And of course, that was he was quickly vindicated. And but people like George Lopez, Madonna, Johnny Depp, I'm sure there are other celebrities out there that I'm forgetting. They've threatened the president with harm or fatal violence, and it should not be something that's tolerated. Honestly, I think that these people should be thrown in jail, you know, just to teach them a lesson, you know, just to tell them that that type of thing is not okay. And it really isn't. I mean, objectively speaking, it's not okay. If you incite violence against an individual, it's not protected by the First Amendment. That's one of the asterisks when it comes to free speech. So George Lopez, I mean, look, we all know what he's doing here. The 2 things. Number one, he's a D-list celebrity. He's up there with Tom Arnold, Courtney Love, any other airhead that you can think of. He's just trying to get some relevance. I mean, I'm trying to think of some things that he's been in. He was in the George Lopez show. He was in Balls of Fury. He had that really horrible late night television show that came after Conan, I believe, on TBS. That was like 2 years. I think it lasted like only 2 years, if that. He kept talking over his guests. I mean, the guy, he doesn't really have anything that's braggadocious. I mean, he was, he did stand up for many years, but even that wasn't that funny. His delivery sucks. A lot of the people I talk to like him are like these like Hispanic identitarians. They're like, oh yeah, I love George Lopez because he's got brown skin and he talks about being Latino and all this bullshit. It's like, okay, well, if you think that's funny, it's like, all right, good. I don't really think it's comedy, but to each their own. And number two, what does George Lopez have to hide? What does he have in his closet? Because we all know these people that come out and talk out against the president. Let's use Robert De Niro as an example. You guys can check out one of my earliest videos where I'm talking about Robert De Niro's connection to child trafficking in France in the late 90s. He was actually prosecuted over there, and he's actually publicly spoken out against the French legal system, basically saying that he was wrongfully accused of something that we all probably know he was, damn well guilty of. He keeps coming out. Robert De Niro, that's another example of somebody who's inciting violence against the president. 2 things there. He's talking about punching the president in the face and talking about, taking a bag of feces and pouring it over President Trump's head. I mean, the guy is off of his rocker, to say the least, to put it kindly. So you have to wonder what is in the closet of George Lopez. Being in Hollywood, it could be a number of things. It could be financial, it could be sexual, he could be compromised in either form. So you got to keep this in mind whenever you're watching these celebrities come out and attack Trump. And the more vicious they are, the more outspoken they are against him, the more that they have to hide. That is pretty much the constant in society today. And you have to say the same thing for all the politicians. Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, Jerry Nadler. They all have things in their closet. I mean, Nancy Pelosi is an actual mobster. Adam Schiff, connected to the Standard Hotel. He's been photographed with, I won't even say it, but, we can see some of the photographs of him in the overalls at the county fairs. It's very weird shit. Joe Biden, of course, I mean, he doesn't even need to be looked into like deeply. You could just look at some of his public appearances and know that he's compromised. He's a compromised individual. Kellyanne Conway even came out and said Adam Schiff is completely compromised. And yes, he is. Mitt Romney, all these people, Bob Corker, Jeff Flake, especially Jeff Flake, man. You look at some of the things that he's been into, John McCain, aka No Name, all these people, they all had shit in their closet. So anyways, George Lopez really not doing himself any favors. He's trying to become relevant again. He's trying to stay out of prison, most likely. And it's pretty sad. It really is sad. It's honestly sad that these people that were somebody's either son or daughter decided to live the life that they did. And maybe their parents kind of forced them into that. I know that, with these child actors, there's like so much pressure that's being put onto them from their parents. Maybe they're trying to live their dreams through their children. It's fucking pathetic if you ask me. But anyways, just pray for these people that they find salvation. And if they don't, then that's their deal. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless. And I will see you guys in a couple hours. Have a good day.